Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
So white 90, round 80. 54, Mike 54. Hey, I'm coming. Hey, red.
They go play action here on first down. Finds the open man. It's Mike Williams. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 17 yards on the game's opening play and a quick first down.
First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another first and 10.
Hey, easy. Hey, Delta!
Now Rivers. He's going to look for Allen now on the deep ball. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Troy Apke. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. It's a first down for the Redskins on a pickup of 11. Back to the ground on first. It's Geis. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It's a loss of 4 on the first down play.
A quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the second and the third level.
Takes it to the 26, just a 1-yard gain.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half. And some of these short...
It got his man complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. They give him a gain of 38. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for first and 10. This is Geis. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Now a run with Geis. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
From the 17. Haskins, and he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. From 17 yards out, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Hopkins with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Charger drive about to get going. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 the score as they start first and 10. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's the one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
Throwing again, Rivers on 2nd and 10. He'll get this to Eckler. He'll have a first down past the 40. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Austin Eckler, 75 yards, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This one fielded at the 5. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again. And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. On the ground, it's Geis. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. These two teams all tied after 1. Third down, here's Geis. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4th.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. They'll indeed go for it with Haskins. He's going to float this one deep right side. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Chargers will get the football back in excellent field position.
Wait! They're not ready for this, man. They're not ready for this. They still...
First down, Rivers. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and it'll make it 2nd down. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down.
Watch the pass.
Throwing, Rivers. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield. Complete. Now 3rd down is looming. A pickup of 2 on first down and just 1 yard there. He felt the pressure coming there. That was a good job of just making something out of nothing, so to speak.
Yeah, took the hit and still made the play. You know, when we talk about runners, all right, and on running plays, runs after contact, we call that getting dirty yards, tough, gritty ones. To me, that's like the version of a dirty pass. He knows he's going to get smacked, yet still delivers.
And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. Montez Sweat with a big-time sack on 3rd down. It's a loss of 7. So on 4th down, on comes the Charger kicker, Michael Badgley. From the left hash, this from 46. And his kick is absolutely perfect. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So he splits the uprights and has to be a nice feeling. Right when it left his foot, knew it was good.
Yeah, just like a good 3-point shooter in basketball, right? Release the ball, fall back on defense without even looking. You know it's going in the hoop.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held him to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here, because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3, and that's exactly what happened.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
A huge play there on the screen pass. 41 yards. 2 minutes remaining in the first half. 10-7, our score. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll pay a visit to Jonathan Coachman. He's in Orlando, and he'll have our EA Sports halftime report. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Rayshawn Jenkins picks it off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Charger drive about to get going. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try and increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down.
Mike's by 4. Hey, deep. Red Delta! Load it. Load it. Hey, I'm going to go load it. Load it. You got to get that. Hey, watch that. Check Mike 54. Mike 54. Hey, we're pretty quiet, D. We're pretty quiet. Jim. Check safety.
Working out of the gun, Rivers. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And it'll be Redskins football now with a 1st and 10. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They start on the ground with Geis, and he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Now the Chargers will use the 2nd of their timeouts, so that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Now Haskins, 3rd and long. Jordan Reed has it. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. The Redskins now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. On 1st down, this is Geis. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 2nd and 11. They go play action with Haskins. And this one's complete to Reed. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. Now Washington going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. On 1st and 10, it's Haskins. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Derwin James with a pick. And to the 12. That's where it stops. The return is halted at the 12-yard line. 2nd interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on it. His teammates are going to check on it because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Monte Nicholson picks it, and his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. That late in the clock, 2nd quarter, why not just run it a time or 2 and get it into the locker room?
What you're saying makes absolutely perfect sense. Run it and get out of there. But I'm just wondering if the pressure of today's NFL and the high-powered offenses that you're facing may have forced them into saying, let's try and get some more points.
The Redskins going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. Now Haskins on 1st down. He's going to let this go for the end zone. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock. So on second down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. They'll spot it at the 47, so call it a 57-yard attempt. That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short, no good, and this score will stay right where it is.
And this is one of the risks you run when you attempt a long field goal. If you miss, the defense takes over at the spot of the placement. So now they've got a chance to get one more drive in before halftime.
So good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Washington territory. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. Thank you, sir. A field goal separates these two teams as we come back for this second half. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down. Now a toss. This is Geis. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the 1st.
Another down on the scoreboard, but the urge to go for it is almost irresistible here on 4th and short. Yeah, I know they're on their own side of the field.
I was going to say.
Normally I would say punt the ball away, but I'm feeling it. I say go for it.
And this is caught. I think he got that with one hand. And he's got the 1st before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a 1st down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. It's Geis on the counter. And able to get this one all the way up to about the 46-yard line. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Again, they run. Again, it's Geis. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down. 2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. They'll run with Geis. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Partner, I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Adrian Peterson, 41 yards. And the Redskins are going to retake the lead. Extra point good by Hopkins. And the lead is now 14-10. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Charger drive about to get going. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second half?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. That one good for 13 and a Charger first.
Check, watch 54, Ready?
On 1st and 10, Rivers. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete.
And he still doesn't have a catch. We're into the second half. I think it's a little bit of a surprise to me, but that was one he should have caught.
Absolutely. That was his best opportunity right there. He dropped it. On 2nd down, they'll run with Gordon. 1 yard, the official pickup there, so it's going to set up 3rd and 9. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. This is the National Football League on EA Sports.
Set. 190. Mike 54. Ready.
On 3rd down, Rivers. Looks to throw, fires right side. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. The Chargers go here. It's Rivers. He's got his man. It's Williams. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 4th down, no problem. 19 yards that time, but now it's 1st and 10.
12.
A 1st down throw here for Rivers. And that's complete. It's Green here. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down. Now Rivers. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. 9 yards the pickup there, and it's a 1st down. Rivers now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10.
Load it.
To the air again here, Rivers. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Reuben Foster, the former national champion at Alabama, gets in for the sack. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here.
Right there, 54, right there, 54, Mike. I'm scared. Check. Red. Check.
Rivers now. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. But he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
Rivers to throw it. We've got a 1-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining. So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. And they've got a 4th down now in a game that, to be honest, has been pretty much everything we could have asked for.
Bravo. Bring it. Check. 55 to Mike.
Now Rivers on 4th down. And that is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Redskins will take control of the football in great field position.
Here we go. Switch.
Here's Geis. He's got a 1st down and more inside the 30. And finally taken down at the 30-yard line. Give the Redskins 13 there and a 1st down. Well, that looked like an example of what you said back in the first half. A running back of his size can really wear down a defense. I think he's starting to do that.
I think you're exactly right. And know what else he's doing? He's inspiring the rest of his team because they see this starting to happen as well. So that means they're going to redouble their efforts to help him out. Extra blocking, getting downfield, helping him out.
Geis And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down. Haskins to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Chargers going to use their third and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
March 49. March 49. Ain't no such thing as a loss. We take
Fourth down. Here's Haskins. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And no, it's incomplete. The Redskins go for it, but it doesn't pan out. And the Charger defense stands tall, and they get the football back. The Charger drive about to get going. They're down here in a one-score game. But the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation.
And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Nate Orchard in there to drop him as that clock continues to run. So it's third and long for the Chargers and Rivers after the sack. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Reuben Foster able to drop him that time for his second sack of the evening. Fourth down, Rivers. He's going to let it fly. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked up by Fabian Moreau. And he will take it across midfield and down to the 45. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to our nation's capital at FedEx Field in Landover, Maryland. Just as we were getting ready for air, both teams coming out of their locker rooms, out of the tunnel, and this crowd is pumped up as their Redskins get set to match up with the San Francisco 49ers. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This fielded at the 2. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard line.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Darius Geis, his first carry of the game. 5 yards on the game's first play, 2nd down.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. On the handoff, it's Geis. He'll get about 4 as he's past the 35 to the 38-yard line.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
They'll try and get it with Geis. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
Washington Redskins, first down. 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
They'll hand it down to Geis. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for 2nd down. Throwing on 2nd and 14. Haskins slings this deep from McLaurin. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Open man, it's Vernon Davis. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 37.
Well, sometimes our pregame meetings do pay off, don't they? What do the guys in the locker room call him?
Well, they said it with a chuckle. They called him Old Reliable.
Yeah, that means he doesn't move quite as fast as he used to, but he still knows all the tricks, doesn't he? Even that little gentle push-off in order to get open, he finds a way to pick up a first down.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
On 2nd down and 4. Haskins, look, a fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Quan Williams. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. They brought the house that time on the young rookie, maybe a little rattled through the pick.
And you have to be prepared for a lot of pressure as a rookie quarterback because most defensive coordinators are going to test you that way. So when you see that, the ball's got to get out of your hands quickly, and that means your receivers have to understand they have to break off their routes quickly as well.
25 yards, the pickup there, and also a first down.
Okay, every now and then, my defensive bias will leak out here. Abysmal play for them. You've got them backed up, and you let them out.
Didn't take advantage. And you know who's happy? The punter. Because if he was needed, they gave him a lot of space to work with now.
Yeah, because he would have had a lot to think about, right? Don't step over the back line and give him a safety. Now he's got room if he needed it.
Right there, 54. Coming. 21.
On 2nd and 7, Garoppolo throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. Deebo Samuel was the intended receiver, and now it's third down.
When I watched that play, I thought about what my coaches had told me in the past. The biggest teaching point, get your head around. Locate the football so you can make a play on it while it's in the air. That's exactly what he did there. That was nice.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down. Nowhere to escape when he goes down. Montez Sweat coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it also brings up 4th. So on 4th down, here's the Australia native Mitch Wishnowsky to punt this one away. This is taken at the 23. 12 yards on the return that time. And that will come the offense as they take over. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. They were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back, and it's still 0-0.
And because of that, you know what the thought process is? Interception. What interception? It didn't really happen because they gave up no points. So go back on the attack. Go back and run the offense you believe will be successful. Find your playmakers and give them the football.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. No score after 1 on EA Sports.
Let's go, D.
On 1st down, it's Haskins. And that is caught by the tight end Reed. Touchdown, Washington. Jordan Reed there to make the grab as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. Dustin Hopkins on now to add the extra point. It's good, and the Redskins take a 7-0 lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Call it no gain on the dump-off, and it's 3rd down.
Well, the stats that matter on this play don't help a team very much unless, of course, you're playing defense.
If you're getting points per reception, you got a reception, but no yardage. Great job by the defense, though. They read through that one.
They read through it, gave up no yardage, and people got credit for tackles. Pretty good deal.
Throwing is Garoppolo on 3rd down. And this is going to be incomplete. Not much going on this drive. Looks like they're going to have to punt it away, CD.
And right now, I know a lot of their fans are screaming for the OC to change things up, get away from what he's been calling. Sometimes you just need better execution of the plays that have been called.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. Fielded just inside the 20. Well, that'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. Things progressing to plan so far. Their defense has been solid, and they've got themselves a 7-0 lead after the touchdown the last time they had the ball.
And this is no time to even think about, hey, are we going to milk the clock? Hey, are we just going to do ball control? This is the NFL. 7-0 leads, they don't last very long unless you continue to push the envelope on offense.
And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. Now it's Haskins. Slings this deep from McLaurin. He's got a man. Complete. Touchdown, Washington. Terry McLaurin, 79 yards. And the Redskins are able to stretch the lead out further. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Working from the gun, Garoppolo got the connection here to Bourne. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
And he'll be brought down right around the 37. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. 2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0.
Here we go.
Fans, a reminder, I have a note card here that says ad-lib halftime previews. So I guess let's do just that as we'll hand things over to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando when this one reaches halftime. Did I do okay?
You did great. Not a bad job.
Hey,
right.
A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. It's Quentin Dunbar with a pick. Well, partner, let's put a bow on the Super Bowl for Kansas City. What a comeback win. Yet another come-from-behind victory for Patrick Mahomes and company. An absolute heartbreak for San Francisco.
Didn't Madden predict Kansas City would win the game?
Yes, 35-31, I believe they predicted.
I felt like most of the predictions I saw had the game in the 30s, so a little bit lower scoring than we expected, but a lot of fireworks down the stretch, all by Kansas City. But how about San Francisco? Had the lead in the ball, under 12 minutes to go, and held Kansas City to 10 points through 3 quarters. And somehow they're winging their way back to San Francisco, trying to understand how they lost that game.
Yeah, not only did Kansas City win it, but they end up winning it by 11 points. They didn't see that coming at all. And now a pass dumped off to his running back. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Jordan Reed was the intended target. That'll bring up second down. They're going for a receiver there. Already has 1 touchdown in this first half. A second one not to be.
I like where their headspace is, though. I mean, I really like the thought process, right? You got a guy who's already scored one, right? You want to go back to him, continue the hot hand, and make them adjust to you defensively. I like what they were trying to get done, even though they weren't successful.
Throwing now, Haskins on first down. Looking for his tight end Reed, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Jarquiski Tart. And he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line. The rookie was trying to push it downfield, but the safety bit him.
And he'll learn that you have to hold the safety. And you do that with your head movement, your eyes, sometimes your shoulders. hold the safety so that you can get back to the throw that you really want to make. He got so excited thinking his guy was open that he made it easy for the defensive back to go get the football.
And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33.
21. 54.
From the gun, it's Garoppolo. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Montez Sweat picks up his second sack of the afternoon.
Here we go.
Garoppolo, a final shot here before half. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That'll be taken in the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there, because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution, or did they think they were just bad plays to call?
Yeah.
We'll find out pretty quickly here if they feel like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
I'm going back to you. I'm going back.
They'll run with Coleman on first down. He's got a first down and then some inside the 40. And he'll finally be taken down at the 18. It's a gain of 35. Nothing too fancy there. A simple toss left, but for whatever reason, the defense, they didn't seem ready for it.
Let me continue on with your thought right there, because after the play was over, I kept my eyes on the defenders. Watch them get off the ground, going back to the huddle, shaking their heads and kind of pointing to each other like, what just happened there? I think you were onto something. I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
Go, defense. Our time. It's our time. Hey, alert. 11. Stay hot.
2nd and 5 now. Garoppolo, nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Montez Sweat. Who else? He's in there for his 4th sack of the afternoon. Well, that last sack, it puts Garoppolo and the 49ers in a tough spot. They face a 3rd and long. From the gun on 3rd, Garoppolo. Yeah, that one's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
I think that was a good job there defensively. They did allow them to drive all the way downfield, but once they got their backs to the goal line, they really turned up the pressure.
Yeah, they let them get all the way down here. Now the field shrinks. They've struggled to convert, and that last incompletion brings up 4th. Still just the 3rd quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th.
Hey, box truck.
They'll go for it. It's Garoppolo. Open man is born. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Some collective exhales over there on the sideline. A big pickup through the air on 4th down to bring up 1st and goal. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Garoppolo going to hand this one to Coleman. And that'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line.
Every team we ever talk to that continues to run the ball in a game, even when they haven't had much success, all talks about attrition, don't they? If you keep running it, eventually good things are likely to happen. It's been a hard go in this game today, hasn't it?
Yeah, this defense, they've met pretty much every challenge in front of them this afternoon.
They're still trying to run the ball, but they're not finding much space.
They get only a yard there. Now it's 3rd and goal.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, everything has to fit together just right.
And he hauls it in the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco. Emmanuel Sanders there to make the grab as his guys are back within a single score. Gold able to tack on the extra point, and that'll make our score 14 to 7.
49ers 7.
This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. This is taken at the 3. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line.
At their own 32-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. They stay on the ground. Geis again. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Back now at FedEx Field. It's the Redskins with the football and the lead as we start the 4th. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. Now Haskins, 3rd and long. And that is incomplete. Critical play in this football game because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. They'll try and throw forward with Haskins. Jordan Reed has it. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It'll go as a pickup of 14 and a Washington first down.
Redskins first down. 1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
A couple of first downs has the football positioned at the 43 as they come up 1st and 10. A toss right to Geis. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
And now here's a deep shot that's complete. Touchdown, Washington. Terry McLaurin, 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Redskins are able to stretch the lead out further.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his 2nd touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Niners take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here we go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway, and they're hoping to redo their efforts of the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
And he'll lay out and pull it in. What a diving catch there. 13 yards there and a Niner first.
Here we go.
Garoppolo now, 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's first and 10.
Hey, let's go. 55, Mike, 55. 12, fellas, here we go. Hey, watch the ball.
Garoppolo now. Finding Bourne here over the middle. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. And the Redskins do get to him. He goes down for a sack.
Remember, throughout my career here, defensive coaches always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. Well, they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. They face a 3rd down now as they try to find a late score. Now Garoppolo. And the pressure gets to him again. Montez Sweat in there to take him down, and the clock will roll.
And twice in a row, the quarterback goes down. This offense needs 2 scores, not giving up 2 sacks.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down.
21.
So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Looking to throw, Garoppolo. And that is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Redskins will take control of the football in great field position. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. And they give this time to the tailback. And he'll run straight into a wall of tacklers at the line of scrimmage. It's 2nd down. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up 2nd and 10. Now it's Haskins. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's the guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
21. Here we go. 11. Let's go one more. No.
Garoppolo on first down. And Sanders has got it complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards.
Here we go.
Garoppolo now, 11 of 16 through the air. It's 1st and 10. Garoppolo looks to throw. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by the all-pro corner, Josh Norman. All smiles and high fives on that defensive sideline. That interception will cap off what was truly a tremendous performance.
Yeah, if you can hold a team to 7 points in the NFL, that's the kind of day that you feel really good about. Now, I do know a few guys are going to think to themselves, held them to 7. If we made one more play, could have had our shutout.
Geis with a carry on 2nd down. And he'll take this for a short gain on what will prove to be the final play of this ball game. So a victory here for the Washington Redskins, and they were really helped by their defense, forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense. And what I mean by that is in the old days, pitching shutouts was big time. That was paramount. But the big thing was holding people down, holding down their yardage, right? Don't let them throw the ball through the air and gain a lot of... But now, it's about taking the ball away. Taking away possessions, getting the ball back for their offense. They had 3 takeaways in this one, and it led them to victory.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. It's a win for the Redskins as we say so long from FedEx Field. The NFL is on EA Sports, and we are in Silicon Valley at Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. The scene a short time ago, this crowd, they love their 49ers, and they were in full roar as their guys burst out of the locker room. And we're ready for football as the 49ers get set to do battle with the Washington Redskins. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Here we go, here we go, here we go. Like 20! 54! Ricky!
They'll run for the first time with Tevin Coleman. And he'll take it forward for about 5 up to the 28-yard line. 5 yards on the game's first play, 2nd down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Here we go.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Too little,
Now the Georgia Southern man, it's Matt Breida. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 18 yards, 1st down Niners.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
Once again, they run with Breida on 1st down. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Washington territory. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
On 2nd down, a run with Breida. And an alley to run. Past the 20. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. A big pickup of 38. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation? We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game. And it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
11 more yards that go around, a first down as well. It's Coleman here. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down. Back at the 2 now. Here's second and goal.
Mike, 54. And we got to get to the ball, team. We got to get to the ball.
Now they'll throw with Garoppolo. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. A 2-yard touchdown grab. And the 49ers drive right down the field and score on the opening drive. Gold with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. Haskins and the Redskins come up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. First carry for Darius Geis. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. Couple of very nice carries to start this drive out.
Yeah, 2 first downs. And how about that second one? What a nice run on that particular play. I'm telling you, they're going to start to think that this game is easy if they continue to rip off yardage like this.
And nothing but daylight ahead. Touchdown, Washington. Darius Geis. 60 yards as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee as they'll start at the 21-yard line.
Here we go.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And that last drive, it was all about the ground game, ground and pound.
And I don't care how we're playing the game these days, offensive linemen still want to fire out and smack the guy opposite them and move the football on the ground. They feel better about that. That's what they want to do. That's how they want to play, and that's how they got it done.
Yeah, they got it for a touchdown last drive. Let's see what happens here. On 2nd and 11 now. Garoppolo looking for Sanders here on the deep ball. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Picked off by Fabian Moreau. And he will be brought down, but he's got the interception on the final play of this first quarter. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown. Now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
A Redskin first down. The pickup, 15 yards.
First down, Washington.
Here we go. Check. 54. Mike, 54. Let's go, D. Check.
Right back to him on first down. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be second down. Throwing on 2nd and 14. Haskins slings this. This is caught inside the 15. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Terry McLaurin, 51 yards. And the Redskins have taken the lead. Hopkins with the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. That 7-0 lead of theirs is short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they get this game tied up.
This is Breida. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because when they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
Here we go, here we go, here we go.
Looking to throw. Garoppolo under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Montez Sweat with a big-time sack on 3rd down. It's a loss of 7.
Here we go.
So 4th and 15, but the offense is staying out there to go for it. Here we go on 4th down with Garoppolo. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Off the edge, the sack by Matt Ioannidis. Well, that, my friend, I guess is the definition of a head-scratcher. 4th and long, this stage of the game, what were they doing?
I just have to believe that he looked at the situation, still in the first half, decided if there was a time to be aggressive, now was it, because there's still time to make up for it if things don't go right. Of course, a lot of questions on this one, and look, I want to go for it as much as anyone.
But 4th and long?
Yeah, I don't think I would have there. That one seemed a little bit on the irrational side.
Fans might be a little angry at that one. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11. 3rd down. Here's Haskins. And that will be incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything to warrant a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. And Hopkins' kick is good. And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. The bottom line, tremendous starting field position, really squandered there as they wind up going backwards and then come up with just 3.
Well, getting the 3 turned out to be important. I can imagine the head coach when he ordered the field goal. Please salvage something out of this drive. That was not fun to watch.
At their own 25-yard line.
Here we go, here we go.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And a first half that really has not been kind to them. A late opportunity here to maybe make some inroads on this deficit before half.
And this drive's going to go a long way towards telling us whether they actually have a chance to come all the way back in this game or not.
And all the way down to the 22-yard line. A big play there for the Niners. Given 53 yards on the ground.
1st and 10 at the 22-yard line.
The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half.
Here we go. Black by 4. Get the ball. Set hut.
They run with Breida, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. The defense showing some anger after giving up the big play. This time they'll lose 1 or 2.
At the 25-yard line.
It's our field. Hey, it's our.
Garoppolo gives to Breida, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He'll wind up losing 3, and now it's third down. 3rd and 15 here after the first and second down plays went in the wrong direction. On third down, a run from Breida. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here. And that's going to leave him with just one timeout remaining still in the third quarter. We'll see if that comes back to haunt him. We'll be back. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Redskins in a good spot. They've got the lead. They will get the football as the second half gets underway. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Back to the ground on first. It's Geis. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. This is Geis. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2, now third down. So 2 plays with only negative yardage to show, and now it's 3rd and 16. Here's Haskins to Thompson on the screen. And he'll be brought down at the 34, well short of the first down marker. The screen good for 6, but it's not enough as it leads to a 4th down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the first down. In this case, it didn't happen.
Open man, it's Vernon Davis. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Not often do 4th down conversions result in 23 yards, but that's the case here. First down. On first down, this is Geis. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. Give the Redskins 13 there on a first down.
Yeah, another good run there. He's been such a big part of their success here this afternoon. And that last carry, it puts him over 100 yards now for the day.
Looking to throw, Haskins. And this one complete to Reed. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. A Redskin first down. The pickup 15 yards. From the red zone now, Haskins on first down. And that is caught. Touchdown. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to our nation's capital at FedEx Field in Landover, Maryland. A few minutes ago, it sounded like the 4th of July on the National Mall as the hometown Redskins were introduced to this sold-out crowd. They are set to go as their guys will match up with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback.
Blue ready. 55. We got it.
Jameis now on first down. And an alley to run. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble. He is tough to bring down, Jameis Winston. Charles, I remember calling a baseball game of his. He played baseball at Florida State, too, and you saw his legs, tree trunks sprayed in to those baseball pants. I said, how could anybody bring this guy down?
And that's part of the beauty of his game because he has that toughness, that thick body. He may not beat you sprinting, but he's real sharp with his mind, and he knows how to get away from people.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Winston. It's caught by Mike Evans. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. An excellent pickup of 20 yards.
Ready. Black 25 behind. Check. Walk 54. Hey, defense, let's go. Pick it up, D.
Working out of the gun, Winston. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Montez Sweat came in there hard on the blitz and got him down 9 yards behind the line of scrimmage. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Jameis to throw it. And his pass incomplete.
There are a good number of coaches that any time they call an in route are really worried about the play because there's so much traffic ordinarily that the ball has to get through to get to the receiver. And on that play, it was batted down.
3rd and long for Winston. And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line. Montez Sweat able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Okay, look at this. The punt team nowhere to be found. They're on the sidelines. Offense going to go for this on the opening drive. Throwing, Winston. There's the Penn State man. It's Chris Godwin. And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game. And this crowd loves it as their guys hold on the opening drive. And the drive begins with a run by Geis. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. You often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
And now off to the races, down the right side. Touchdown, Washington. Darius Geis, 57 yards, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point good by Hopkins. And that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. First down, Winston. Looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. That's good for a Buccaneer first, a pickup of 12 yards. Winston now to throw on first down. This one complete to Scott Miller. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Scott Miller, 68 yards, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Extra point by Gay is up and good, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around.
First and 10 at the 28-yard line.
Tighten up, tighten up.
On the ground, it's Geis. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 12 yards is the pickup, and it's good for a Washington first down. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. It's Geis on the counter. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47. A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. These two teams all tied after 1.
Don't get nervous. Buddy up. 45 to Mike. 45 to Mike. Let's go. Check 31. Check 31.
They'll run with Geis. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 10 yards there. Good for a Redskin first down. Now after the run by Geis, here's 1st and 10. A handoff as they run the counter play. Now this will leave them a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
Hey, when you get good yardage like that on first down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
He'll take a shot for Davis to the end zone. And oh, not only did he drop it, he dropped it in the end zone.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Quit talking about it and bring it.
On 3rd and 1, it's Haskins. Jordan Reed has it. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. It'll go as a pickup of 14 and a Washington first down. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he finds the tight end, Reed. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. A 20-yard touchdown. And the Redskins have taken the lead. No, he missed the PAT. No good on the extra point, so a letdown there. And this will stay a 6-point ball game. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch-counter-punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, got into a good rhythm. You can see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see the sideline really get into the game. So defensively, you're thinking to yourself, how do we take that away from them? How do we get the advantage back? Let's see what they come up with. I think pressure is always the first way to go.
You love pressure.
I love it.
We'll see if they dial it up this drive. Now Winston. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. He was looking for Chris Godwin that time. And that'll bring up second down.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. They had the catch on second down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at third down here. A reminder that when halftime rolls around, Jonathan Coachman will have all the highlights and analysis of this first half of play from our studios in Orlando. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Matt Ioannidis drops him for a 4-yard loss there, and that brings up fourth down. They're going to try for it on fourth. Winston stays out there. Winston to throw for it on fourth. Oh, and this ball's tipped and intercepted. Reuben Foster picks it, and he'll wind up losing 5 yards or so on the return, but no matter, they've got the football back. With that incompletion, a chance to mention the awards. Now with the season over, Lamar Jackson, as we speculated, he's the MVP, Coach of the Year. John Harbaugh, Lamar's coach. Michael Thomas, Stephon Gilmore, Offensive and Defensive Players of the Year. Offensive and Defensive Rookies of the Year. That went to Kyler Murray and Nick Bosa. And the Comeback Player of the Year, Charles, Ryan Tannehill, no surprise there.
Not to mention the #1 award that the NFL gives out, the one that they give the most, the credence isn't the right word, the most attention to, and the one that they want trumpeted the most. That's the Walter Payton Man of the Year, because that represents the totality of a player in the NFL, not just what they do on the field, but off the field as well. And that goes to Calais Campbell, the defensive tackle for the Jacksonville Jaguars. What a great award. Congratulations, Calais.
And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up fourth down.
Hey, we got 3 down.
And they'll indeed go for it with Haskins. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. 27 yards, a big play there on fourth. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Now a toss. This is Geis. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. Final play of the half. It's Haskins. He's going to float this one deep right side. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Carlton Davis picks it. And he will be out of bounds as time has run out on this first half. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. The Redskins in a good spot. They've got the lead. They will get the football as the second half gets underway. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. We have not seen much on offense from either side. These last few drives, it has been a struggle, hasn't it?
Totally, and you're thinking to yourself right now, if you're on offense trying to get things figured out, okay, we self-scout every week in our game plan. How many things do we do at certain times? What are our tendencies? Time to go to some of those tendency breakers and try and create some offense.
They always have those in their back pocket, don't they?
You have to. And if you don't keep abreast of what you're doing, you lock into a rhythm and make it easy for the opposition.
Looking for tendency breakers right now. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Now a give, right side, it's Geis. Takes this one across the 35 to the 36, a gain of about 4.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. 3rd down, here's Geis. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll bring up 4th down. And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. Now Haskins to throw it. A short little throw taken in by Reed. And he is going to get the 1st down as he covers up after a pretty good shot there. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert. Here's Geis. And no room to maneuver there. Give him a yard up to the 47. Again, they run. Again, it's Geis. And he's able to get across midfield and down into Buccaneer territory. That was play number 7 on this drive, and it got him 7 yards.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. He's got it complete to Thompson. And he will have a 1st down here at about the 40. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains. Now Geis trying to get to the outside. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Throwing on 2nd down. Haskins. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
Here's Haskins to throw. And he's got his target. It's Vernon Davis. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. Here's Haskins again. And this is going to be intercepted. Carlton Davis picks it. This will probably be the last play of the quarter. Following the interception, Winston. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Hudson. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. 1st down, Tampa Bay there, a gain of 13.
And the Buccaneer 1st down.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Back now at FedEx Field. It's Buccaneer football, but they've got work to do. They find themselves behind here to start the 4th quarter.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
A 1st down throw for Winston. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. The intended target was Chris Godwin. And now it's 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line. Winston now. That's caught by the big tight end, O.J. Howard. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. That's good for a Buccaneer 1st, a pickup of 12 yards.
Ready. Black 22. Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Go. Go.
On 1st and 10, Winston. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
One thing I have learned, receivers don't mind high throws so much to the sideline, but do that over the middle to them, and not only the DB's going to throw a little verbal trash their way, when they get back to the huddle, they're going to have a few words to say to their QB, aren't they?
Yeah, hung out to dry a little bit there on the high throw. Luckily, fell incomplete. That's good for a Buccaneer first, a pickup of 12 yards. To throw is Winston. He'll find Miller. That's complete. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Scott Miller, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And now they can recapture the lead if they can make the PAT. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And they have taken the lead here in this 4th quarter. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Toss it.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we've got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah. Will they make up for it? Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
Yeah, interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target. He's got Thompson here, complete. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs. Haskins now hitting on 2/3 of his passes, 10 for 15 so far. 1st and 10. Now a run with Geis. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. It's a first down for the Redskins on a pickup of 11. 4th quarter, 2 minutes on the clock in a tight 1-point game. So it's Redskin football here as we welcome you back. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And finally taken down at the 34. The Redskins have the first down on a pickup of 18. Probably had 60,000 thinking pass right there, including us in the booth.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That was a big call, big guts on that one. And guess what? That run, it'll pay dividends.
He'll have another first down and more. Touchdown, Washington! Darius Geis with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Redskins are going to retake the lead. All right, now a big 2-point conversion attempt still to come. Now it's Haskins to the goal line, but it's incomplete. Tough there. Good pass. Hit the hands. He just couldn't bring it in.
And every receiver's coach everywhere, seeing that play, focus, focus, focus. Watch it all the way in and tuck it away.
That's fielded in the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They may have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out.
Winston to throw. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. Back to throw. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Now we're in the situation where the quarterback's got to take full charge of his huddle. Got to totally command it, make sure all eyes are on him. All focus is locked in. Going to call multiple plays and go over different situations and scenarios to make sure everyone is on the same page.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. He'll look to throw, and he's got Miller. He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the 4th.
Wow, wow, wow. I know it's a never-say-never situation, but to me, that looks like that's the one that's going to finish them off.
The score that puts them in front here late, but now you got to rally your kick team, don't you, and say the last thing we need is a big return.
And what happens is guys get overeager, get out of their lane because they're so excited they want to make the last tackle. You mess up, could come back at you a long way.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. They only need a field goal. Obviously, the clock a huge factor. They'll be watching that. What do they need to do here, Charles?
Your sequence of plays has to get you out of bounds. Completions, get out of bounds, gain some yardage. Then when the clock hits 7 seconds or left, now you've got a decision. Are you in field goal range, or is it Hail Mary time? Because from 7 seconds down, you don't want to take a shot that you're going to have another play.
We'll see how they handle it. Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts, as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go in the game. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long.
45 to Mike, 45 to Mike. Watch the screen, watch the screen.
He's back to throw. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. It's Devin White, the linebacker. And it's a pick 6. He brings it back to the house for a Buccaneer TD. And so much for the game-winning 2-minute drive. I think that interception return there pretty much seals the deal.
And one thing to keep in mind, in this situation with the score that close, defense isn't backing off and just giving you easy throws. They're playing aggressively as well, and they end up picking that one off and sealing the deal for themselves.
Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. Critical condition here, obviously. Got to hope to get something quick right and then maybe take that shot deep.
And once they do take the big shot, you've got to worry on defense. Of course, no one getting behind the defense and make it an easy throw. But nowadays, it's not just the ball being tipped in the air and people in the end zone in a cluster. It's that guy that's short of the end zone who comes up and ends up making the play because he goes unguarded. So there's a lot to think about if you're playing defense in this situation.
We'll see if they can cover all their bases. They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Haskins to throw. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock. This offense 2 for 2 converting on these thus far, so why not try again here on 4th down? They'll go for it. Here we go with Geis. And the surge is going to be too much defensively. He's hit and taken down in the backfield. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and that'll be just about all she wrote for this one. Winston will kneel down, and that should be your ball game.